Welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the new addition to the Shotgun series, which is the Shotgun broken link building. Now, if you don't know what the Shotgun versions of link building tactics are, they're essentially an 80-20 Pareto version of the classic link building tactics. So we've done that with Skyscraper, and this allowed us to 10x our productivity when building links, and now we're going to show you how to do that with broken link building. Now, as usual, it's a 80-20 version. That means that the outreach emails you're going to be sending, they're not going to be 100% personalized, that you're going to be speeding up, that you will maybe miss out on some opportunities. But if you are limited in time or if you are limited in resources, what is important is that using these tactics, you will be able to build more links per hour than you would using the classic method. And as long as we achieve that goal, I think that that's exactly what we are doing on our sites, and it's working pretty well for us. So now we're talking about broken link building today. And before we get started, I want to talk about the kind of content you should be doing broken link building for. That is usually, very broad topic pages. So in that case, I have my juicing topic page, which has been updated recently, and you can see it essentially is a very, very fancy category page, and it links out to a bunch of stuff. But, this page could be considered a resource for juicing. And since broken link building is going to be focusing a lot on resource pages, you definitely want that kind of big resource page about a big broad topic where people would be mentioning similar resources on their resource pages. What I recommend is that you blog about a topic, you have at least 15-20 articles about that topic, and then you build that kind of page, and then you do your broken link building for that page. Now, that has been said, let's look at the tactic and how we're going to be building some links to this page. And essentially, the first thing you need to do, as with a lot of link building tactics, is find good targets first. And to do that, we are going to be using one of these many queries that I've put in the lesson. And by the way, these queries come from Rank Excel from my friend Chris, and I have linked to his post where he mentions his way of doing broken link building. If you want to learn more about that, you should definitely check it out. He has a great site. But I've taken his queries because, well, he made a really great list about them. So I'm just going to use them, right? I'm going to go in Google. I'm going to type in title resources juicing, right? And let's see what we come up with. Essentially, we're going to be coming up with a bunch of pages where people, link out to what they think are great juicing resources. And my goal is going to be part of this page. Essentially, you can see they have like a few here. You can see maybe on prolific juicing, there would be a resource page here. So these pages, they just link to a bunch of cool resources about that stuff. So that is the kind of pages where I would like to be showing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be essentially scraping all these results. But there's only 10 results on Google now. So you can actually tweak it if you click on the little gear here and you go in search settings. You first turn off the Google Instant Predictions. So you say never show it. And now you can actually increase the number of results to 100 pages, right? So I'm going to do that and I'm going to save it. Now what's going to happen is that now I have a lot more results on my page, and that's going to allow me to, scrape more results more quickly. Then the second thing I want you to do is to install a Chrome extension called Link Clump. So I'm going to go and find it, Link Clump. And once you install it, and I have it installed already, but I'm going to link to it in the lesson, you'll be able to essentially copy all the URLs. You'll be able to select everything. And what you need to do is you need to go into your settings, and, you go in your extensions, then Link Clump. And you are going to go in the options, and here you can choose what you want things to be. Essentially, by default, it opens links in a new window, so you would get a gazillion tabs. That's not what you want. You want to just copy the URLs to a clipboard. So do that and save that, and go back to your resource page. And then go back to your search page. Once you are there, put your mouse on the top left and hold your shift button and start selecting all the results, which I'm going to do right now. In that case, I only have 30. I guess there's a bug when I change my search settings, but you should have 100. Anyway, I should have all these URLs copied. So now if I go in a blank spreadsheet and paste, you can see I essentially have these, but I don't need the titles. So I'm going to remove these. And now I have all the search results here. I have the 30 search results. Now, if you want to be filtering for SEO metrics, what I recommend is you go in Ahrefs, you go in Tools, and you go in Batch Analysis. Then you paste the links here and you click Start Analysis. And essentially what will happen is it's going to grab the domain rating for all these domains and you can extract it and filter it again. So I'm going to do that quickly. So let's let Ahrefs get all the data. I'm just going to export it right away in Excel, boom, and I'm going to paste it back in there, right? So I'm back to that. And now I can actually sort by domain rating. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to click on the little filter here, domain rating, and I say, well, I don't want anything below. Well, they all seem to be pretty high anyway. But in case you don't get so high ones, just say greater than 25, for example. So this way you filter out not so good sites, right? And then essentially you have your targets here. Now you're going to grab your targets, and you're going to put them into your shotgun spreadsheet, which is provided with this lesson. Essentially what you're going to do now is you're going to go and collect emails and qualify targets. So once again, this is a shotgun tactic. So you should only be spending 1 or 2 minutes per site. First of all, is that a right site? Is that the right kind of page? In this case, that definitely seems to be the right kind of page. I use my email hunter, which is by far my favorite extension to find emails really quickly. So in that case, I'd probably be checking where these emails are mentioned to see if someone is the editor. But anyway, it doesn't matter too much because the first email that we're going to send is essentially going to ask if this is the right person. So I'm going to take that and put it in my spreadsheet. Boom. Prolific juicing, healthy juicers. And essentially, you just keep going through that. That is a site we check, but Email Hunter doesn't find anything. So usually I go on the About page or the Contact page. That was here, Contact. And well, in this case, you can either contact these people with Text Expander, and I'm going to link to that lesson below, or you can just skip them. I'm going to skip them in that case, but you could be using Text Expander. Check the link below if you want to learn how to do that. And let's do a last one. Resources on juicing, 8 recipe books, blah, 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 blah. That sounds okay. I guess I could be asking to get a link on that page. And Email Hunter found something. So what do they have? They have Whitney. I guess that is the girl. So perfect. I can just copy her email, put it there, and she'll be in my list. Just know that you will also get irrelevant stuff. So you can see we have some Pinterest links here. Definitely, I don't want to outreach to Pinterest. So you're gonna have to go and open them really quickly, but it's pretty quick, especially if you only spend like a minute. Like Stack Exchange, for example, for sure is not a site that I'm gonna want, etc., etc. But there are definitely some good targets here, and that was only one query out of like all the queries we're giving you here. So if you want to search more, it's definitely possible. Once you're done finding the emails and maybe the first name, you're going to start outreaching using the very, very simple email that we prepared for you. So let me just go into Gmail. And the email that we found for you, which is very simple, is, "Hi there. I was reading your website today and spotted some broken links on your site. Is that the right place to report them? Sincerely." So you're just saying that just to make sure it's the right person and to make sure these people reply to their email and that they actually care about fixing broken links on the site. Because the problem with broken link building is that the classic version, would be actually taking these pages. So I would probably go on this page that was there before. People would go on this page and then they would run analysis, with this plugin, which is good and we're going to talk about in a minute. And, they would find the 404 links and essentially point them out to these people, right? But usually what that means is that you're going to be running, hundreds of analyses and probably only 5 or 10% of these people will reply to you. Well, we are actually speeding that up by actually not even running that analysis and emailing the people, everyone, telling them we found broken links. And then if we found broken links, we will point it out to them, like broken link 1 and 2, etc. So if these guys reply, I'll be able to point them out to all these broken links. And if I don't find broken links, well, websites go down on the internet from time to time and they go back up, right? So then my reply would be like, "Hey, I just rechecked the page and it seems like the link is working again. I guess it was just down momentarily." And I would just take a random link and I would say that seemed to be down when I was checking it out. Also, we recently created a page about juicing. I think it would be a great addition to the page. Here's a link if you want to check it out. And then you put your link, good luck with your site, etc. And essentially the pitch at the end is exactly the same. It's just like whether you find a broken link or not. So it's pretty sneaky, but it is going to save you a bunch of time because you don't even have to run the broken link analysis. You just need to prepare your shotgun thing. You need to email, "Hey, I found broken links. Is this the right place?" Otherwise, people redirect you to the right place. So even if the email is not perfect, you'll be redirected to the right person. And if they care, they will reply to you. If they don't care, they won't reply to you. And that's about it, right? So once you have this ready, essentially go into your Compose, pick up the spreadsheet, that you created. I'm going to take a random one in that case. I guess I'm going to take the shotgun spreadsheet. So it's the one we actually did. And I am going to be taking my template, broken links on your site, and I will replace my name, obviously, and that's it. I will just Gmail it, send it, and then handle the replies, and run the analytics on those who reply. Use the stock reply for those where I actually find a broken link. Use the stock reply for those where I don't find a broken link, and essentially pitch my page to everyone, because there shouldn't be a broken link on the page for you to pitch them. So it's just kind of an excuse to start the discussion and ping to see who is replying to their emails and who cares about fixing the page and who doesn't. And then you're gonna focus your energy on the people that actually care about that stuff. So guys, that is it for shotgun broken link building. It's very simple. It's a little bit deceiving because we say we found broken links when sometimes we don't. But you know what? The internet sites go up and down all the time. So really nobody's really gonna know. It's really not changing anything compared to a classic guest post pitch or whatever, where you just outreach first and then you pitch your guest post. So it's exactly the same. And I hope you will enjoy using the shotgun broken link building tactic. I'll see you guys in the next video.